Hello everyone and welcome back to more of Minecraft Polyworld. It's the final day of this week. We have one more week to go on 1.13 and today is the time to get a second conduit because we already have one in the block museum and this one's going to be for personal use. And if I have enough time, I'll also get 2 more beacons or not impaling, but a second trident. If I happen to get a second trident during my conduit farming, then I'll focus on that. If not, I will focus on the beacons. That is the plan for today. Take a sip of water. Oh wow, there's a balloon outside my house. Balloon season right now. Hello Jonas, welcome back to the stream. What about InfDev Plus? I feel like most people will literally forget that InDev Plus even exists, just like Classic Plus once InfDev Plus drops. I mean, InDev Plus has been getting less love than even Classic Plus recently, because at least you are playing Classic Plus, Jonas. Literally no one is playing InDev Plus right now. At least that I'm aware of. Even Matthew, even he moved to InfDev Plus. Kind of sad, to be honest, because I think InDev Plus will remain my favorite of the three. Just because I love InDev so much. Okay, let me hold the axe. Might as well repair it while I'm here. So what we need are 5 Nautilus shells and a... Oh, here we go. We already have one. 5 Nautilus shells and a trident. That's what we need. That's what we're looking out for. That's what we're going for. Okay, so we need 4 more of these bad boys. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get all of the Nautilus shells I need until the end of the first hour of the stream. And in the second hour, I'll be farming Wither Skelly Bomb skulls over there. I picked up something. I guess it was rotten flesh. I'm also getting rotten flesh for the clerics as well, which is nice. And only one more week left of 1.3. In fact, less than a week, because next week on Friday, I will be playing the next April Fool's update. 2019 April Fool's update, so... Can't believe that we've made so much progress and that literally within a year, we will basically complete everything. As far as release is considered, of course. It took me almost a year to reach release 1.0 and then another year to reach... oh, I'm also getting gunpowder this way, that's nice. And another year to reach the latest version. So, I think I pretty much breezed through the release updates because I spent more time in the alpha and beta. Well, not more time, but as much time in alpha and beta as release. Even though there's like over 10 years of release updates in comparison to the, what is it, like 1 year in alpha. Yeah, 1 year in alpha and pre-alpha and another year in beta. Yes, gimme, gimme, gimme. Oh, come on, man. So cheap. And another Nautilus shell. Wow, I'm getting very lucky with these. I already almost have all of them. No trident for me, I guess. That's kind of a shame. I already wanted to put Riptide on a trident, but oh well. Worst and the best update of every period. I literally yesterday or a few days ago, I said what I think was the worst update that I played for each phase. So I guess I'll go over them again. Pre-classic, I don't count towards this because there's only 6 versions. out of which 4 are found. Regular classic, I would say the worst was 21A, 0.0.21A, because it hangs. It's practically unplayable. In dev is February 7th, I think it was. The version, either 7th or 12th. I think it was 7th. The version that doesn't have sounds. Then, because that's all we did. All we did was disable sounds for some testing purposes. To track down a bug or something. It didn't do anything else, so that's why it's a bad update. In InfDev, it's a no-brainer. InfDev is June 24th. It has that terribly broken file format, and it brought a whole bunch of issues that persisted throughout the majority of alpha. So yeah, that one is that was one of the worst updates ever made to Minecraft, not just InfDev. Alpha is Alpha 1.1.1 because Alpha 1.1.2 is the same, but it fixed the bug that literally bricked your PC. So that is really bad. I mean, you could still restart the PC, of course, but it felt like it bricked your PC, which is a big issue. And then for beta, it's beta 1.8. I don't even need to explain why that is. It literally changed the game so drastically, and in my opinion, for the worse. And in release, I would say release 1.3 because of the internal server, because this thing is brought so many problems, and it's so unnecessary. If Mojang wanted to add LAN servers so bad, they could have made open to LAN actually open the server rather than it being open at all times. Because all they did was they just brought a whole bunch of multiplayer bugs to single player for literally no reason. Because a lot of people, me included, don't really care about this feature. Yeah, those are the worst updates. As for the best, again, I won't count pre-Classic. Classic, I would say the best update in Classic was either the Survival update, because it's literally the beginning of Survival, and Survival is like the primary game mode. It's the most important and fun game mode. Or my personal pick would be 14A, just because of the trees and how unique it is. The blue fog, the textures, the trees, and it's also one of the biggest updates. It was the biggest update by far back then. So I would say that one is my personal favorite, and as for the best, either that one or the survival test update. For in-dev, not sure about in-dev. It's kind of tricky, because there's a lot of good stuff in there. Probably the version that added the day-night cycle. Because before that version, there were monsters, but they only spawned in caves, which meant that you were basically safe at all times in the surface. But the version that added the day and night cycle, I mean, sure, that version itself was incredibly broken at first, but the day and night cycle itself is such a underrated aspect of Minecraft that you just don't even think about. And especially back in alpha, it made the nights kind of scary, at least in the early game, and it made the game more challenging. Because imagine if the day-night cycle was never added, if it was always day. That would mean that the only challenge you would have is going in the caves. And I guess this is why I hate Modern, because in Modern you can skip the night every single time, and therefore it feels like there basically is no night. Unless you actually need the night for something, like Phantoms. The best version of InfDev... normally I would say April 15th, but that would be my personal favorite. April 15th is not a very good version as a version, like for gameplay wise, because there's way too many way too many mobs. There's no caves, so you have to basically strip mine. That's the only way to get ores. And even though the terrain is amazing, all of the post-spawner trees are a pain in the ass to cut down, and they also cause the mob problem to begin with. So maybe the best InfDev would probably be June 18th. Because that one is the first Secret Friday update, so we started the trend of Secret Friday updates, which were a very big part of Minecraft's history. And it also added a bunch of really cool stuff like minecarts. Minecarts and rails, which even though these days they're not really used all that much, back in the day they were a big addition, and I guess mostly for the novelty and also because it's, I think, the most stable InfDev release, because the one that comes after it is the one that brought a whole bunch of bugs that remained up until late alpha, and it also messed up with the world format as well. So that is like the last stable InfDev version before things started going to shit, thanks to Notch. Best alpha version, alpha 1.1.2_01, no brainer about that. It added compasses. I think maybe compasses were added earlier, but it fixed the bug from alpha 1.1.1. It's the last version of its type. It's the last version with the neon grass, the last version about biomes, and it's a pivotal moment in history. And outside of a few bugs here and there, it's pretty stable as well. Definitely a lot more stable than earlier alpha versions. I don't have my bed apparently, but that's okay, because I wanted to start raining and thundering. Best beta version... I mean, beta 1.7.3 is the obvious choice, considering that it's the last version before things started going to shit with beta 1.8. But I would say the best beta is actually beta 1.2. It's not only my personal favorite, but it's also the best because it doesn't have any of the annoyances that later beta versions have, like tall grass and shears and all that nonsense, and not being able to trigger a TNT manually. But also, it was a massive update. It was one of the biggest updates at the time. It added so much new content that you had a lot of stuff to explore. And the best release update, release 1.8.9, because it's the last update before the combat update, and it basically addressed all of the problems except the hunger system, because the hunger system was still the same as it was when it was first added. But all the other issues, enchanting, villager trading, all those issues were pretty much addressed in 1.8, and it plays the best out of all of them. So I would say that's my list of top, best, and worst updates. At least out of the ones I played so far. I haven't played 1.16 yet. 1.16 might take 1.8's place, we'll see. But out of the ones that I played, that's my opinion. Alright, let me craft this conduit. Also, I haven't kept track of the chat at all. Welcome Potato and Lord Triple Shock. You're a new face. Welcome. Okay, here we go. Craft this bad boy. Conduit, there we go. So I have a bunch of Prismarine at the warehouse that I'm gonna use. Still no 1.1.3. 1.8.9. Was great because it was the last version before combat just became shitty. Yes, exactly. I'm still not used to the new combat, and I don't think I ever will be. I miss my spam clicking, because most of the time when I'm fighting mobs, I tend to panic and I just spam click. That's the thing about 21A Potato, that for some users and on some machines it actually runs surprisingly well, but on both of my machines, both my previous PC, which was actually pretty bad, and the new PC, which is really good, the version just straight up freezes after like a minute. And it's practically unplayable as a result, which is really annoying. 1.12 with Optifine and mods. I use release 1.5.2. I don't play Hypixel, I don't play multiplayer in general. I have 2 Windows laptops and 2 desktop computers. One of the rare versions that's only on iGPU, that's better only on iGPU? Probably. I'm surprised that no one from Omni Archive has really investigated the issue behind 21A yet. Because it is quite puzzling. I wouldn't be surprised if it works better in, in integrated GPUs, to be honest. My new PC isn't really beefy per se. It's just good. It is just average, a little above average, I would say, but it's definitely not top tier. Like end of the line. What? It's definitely not high end. Yeah, that was what I was looking for. High end. It's a mid-ranger. I've always had mid-rangers. Even though my last PC wasn't even a mid-range, it was actually low-end. But this one is mid-range. I would only really get a high-end PC if I somehow end up becoming rich. Otherwise, I would stick to mid-range hardware. Because mid-range is good enough for me. The majority of the games I play are literally as old as me, so... or as old as some of you guys. I don't really play any modern games because most of them are crap, in my opinion. Also, you say you want the game to be more challenging, but then complain about things that are more challenging, like the combat. I'll give you that, yeah. That is a fair point, because I'm just not used to the combat. I'm used to the old combat, which... honestly, in my opinion, the old combat before 1.9, but after beta 1.8, worked just fine. You had the critical hits, so you could actually do better with a little bit of quote-unquote skill. But you didn't have to wait for stuff to recharge like this. This is just... it takes a lot of time to get used to this system. And I guess I just can't get used to it because I'm an old-timer. If I started playing the game after 1.9, I would probably get used to it a lot quicker and I would actually prefer it, but... it just so happens that I started the game way before that, so... I don't really adapt to new things very easily. Crap. Now, the reason why I'm not using my Silk Touch pickaxe to pick up all this ice is that if I do that, the water level here will basically lower with a full block, and I don't want that. Because I built this pier and all these other things with this in mind, so... that's why I'm getting rid of the ice this way. And I'll just repair the pickaxe with diamonds. Because I don't feel like farming XP again. For the bajillionth time. They never needed 1.9. I think that the combat from 1.14 from the combat snapshots is probably the best. Because it's a mix of the old and the new. And I really wish they would implement this already. Because I think it's way better than what we have now. But it's still challenging and new in a fun way. Because the longer they wait, the more controversial it will be when they add that, because people are basically used to the current system now, and there's gonna be backlash regardless when they change it, even if it's for the better, just because people are already used to this system, and now they have to get used to a completely new one. So that's why I wish they added it sooner rather than later. And they still haven't added it at all, so... Reflection. Yeah, these shaders are a step up from the previous ones. I personally don't like the overworld lighting, but everything else about them is pretty good. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people request that. Lord. That would be cool, but I guess it's too much work for Mojang. You know how lazy they can be. Lazy, incompetent, whatever you want to call them. Have a save format in Minecraft original identical in the way chunk save. Oh, well, that's gone. Hello, Yellow and FMK07, welcome back. I think Mojang forgot they made the combat test snapshots. Yeah, it sure feels that way. A beta OG also didn't get used to the 1.9 combat for a long time. See, Jonas? I'm in 1.13 and I still haven't gotten used to it. And I'm an alpha OG, so I'm even older than... an older player than a lot of others. Anvil is different though, so if you update from Alpha 1.2 to Beta 1.3, you'll have the same world. Updating that world to release 1.2 creates a new but identical copy of the world. Yes. This is why InfDev Plus doesn't currently support, and probably never will support, vanilla InfDev worlds, because you still have to convert the vanilla InfDev world to Minecraft Origin first, and we don't feel like adding Minecraft Origin just for a conversion process. That's the first thing, and the second thing is all of the whatchamacallit, all of the changes that we did to metadata. We have to find a way to convert that as well. So as a result, unfortunately, it's not gonna support vanilla InfDev worlds. It's just like Classic Plus. The only mod from the trilogy that supports vanilla worlds is InDev Plus, just because I haven't really changed anything in the file format whatsoever, because NBT is already pretty much perfect. The only thing I added was item NBT, but there was no need to convert anything for item NBT. But the reason I wanted Anvil in InfDev Plus was primarily for the extended height, and also for the fact that it's a lot more efficient with how it saves chunks. It saves them in regions rather than individual chunk folders. So it actually saves less files and therefore consumes less space as well. Like, a world in the alpha format could be 2 gigabytes large. In the Anvil format, it's about 500, 800 megabytes. That's a huge difference. Well, in 1.13 Potato, the world is replaced because of the flattening, because there's no more numerical IDs, so it needed to convert the world by loading the old file and then converting every numerical ID for every block and item. Not item, for every block in the game, and yeah, I guess stored items as well. It needed to convert all of those to the new IDs. You know, the named ones. So it makes perfect sense for it to make a copy of the world. The format itself is a modified Anvil, I think. It's still Anvil, but it's been heavily modified since its original inception back in 1.2. Yes, exactly, Potato. Legacy Console Edition was my thing. I never played that because I never had any consoles. I only played Java Edition and a little bit of Pocket Edition Alpha. That's the real Minecraft for me is Java Edition. Like, I'm sorry, Bedrock players, but Java Edition was the OG. Java Edition was the first. If it wasn't for Java Edition, you wouldn't have Bedrock Edition. And it's also just feels a lot more genuine. I don't know how to explain it, but when I play Bedrock, it just feels wrong somehow. It feels like a knockoff. Yes, exactly, Potato. With that argument, Infinite Miner is the real Minecraft. I mean, there is a difference, Potato, from taking inspiration from a game and just making a different version of the same game that's inferior. Because Minecraft isn't really a clone or even a spiritual successor, for that matter, to Infinite Miner. It just takes some inspiration from it. Notch just saw it and he's like, oh, cool, I want to do that, but in my own unique way. I want to make it into a fantasy game or something, fantasy RPG type game. So you can't really compare that with literally Bedrock and Java, which is practically the same game with some minor differences and one being inferior in a lot of ways than the original. Mark my words, Lord, they will add the marketplace to Java eventually. They're just not making enough money from Java as it is, because it's a one-time purchase. Two games, conflict between two games like Infinite Miner and Minecraft, do tell. I mean, there is no real conflict between Infiniminer and Minecraft. Infiniminer is pretty much dead. And even back then when Notch was developing Minecraft and Infiniminer was alive, there wasn't really any like beef between the developers or anything like that. In fact, I think the Infiniminer creator commented on Minecraft saying that he thought it's pretty cool. But a lot of people did say that Minecraft, even as early as 11A, felt a lot more polished and better to play than Infiniminer did. So that's cool. Pong is the real Minecraft because it popularized video games, eventually leading to this Minecraft. Yeah, yes. Okay. Also, the reason why I'm not sleeping right now is because I want to get a thunderstorm. And I've learned that if you sleep, it resets the weather, so as a result, I mustn't sleep at all if I want to get a thunderstorm and slay a villager with this trident to get the final achievement. Thank God this one will actually stay forever, because it's kind of annoying. What's funny is that Minecraft Capture the Flag minigames have replaced Infiniminer's functionality. Yeah, Minecraft did replace Infiniminer even early on. Although Infiniminer does still have unique stuff to offer that Minecraft doesn't, at least back in Alpha it did. Before mods became a thing, because with mods you can literally turn Minecraft into Infiniminer. That's actually something I want to see. Someone making a Infiniminer style mod for Minecraft. That would be pretty cool. I think it would make the most sense to base it off of InDev, either InDev or Classic. Probably InDev, because InDev has tools and stuff. Yeah, that's a project I might work on in the future. I know I said that I'm gonna be done with modding after InfDev Plus and a potential cave game mod, but who knows, I might actually do something like that in the future. I think it would be an interesting project. I would have to actually play Infiniminer for myself though and see what it's all about. I've never played Infiniminer. Shameful, I know. But I'm pretty sure most Minecraft players haven't played it, they just know about it. The problem is I think Infiniminer is a multiplayer game, so if someone were to make a mod for a faithful recreation of Infiniminer in the Minecraft InDev or something, they would also have to do multiplayer, and there's no way in hell I'm dealing with multiplayer again. Even when I make my own game, I'm not going to be adding multiplayer until it hopefully blows up and I can have a dedicated development team to make the multiplayer for me. I know multiplayer is important for a game's longevity, but I just don't care. It's too much pain. Especially when literally no one plays your stuff. That's why Legacy Plus multiplayer is so scuffed and jank. Because literally no one plays it. Why should I bother making it function smoothly and flawlessly if no one is ever gonna play it? It's more of a thing that you just mess around with friends, you know. Yeah, let's hop on InDev Plus MP for a bit and see what chaos we can raise. It's not intended to replace single player, is what I'm trying to say. Single player has always been the primary focus for me in anything, not just in making games and mods, but also in playing them. If a game has a multiplayer feature, I ignore it completely, and if a game is multiplayer only, I just don't play it. Unless it's Quake 3 or Left 4 Dead 2. Or World of Padman. Those are the only exceptions. Got never on the concept of animatronics. You're talking about FNAF? I never cared about FNAF. I mean, no, that's a lie. I did care about FNAF back when it first came out, when the first game came out in 2013. I was like, oh, this is cool. This is a cool concept. But the moment they did a sequel, I just lost interest. And then they just kept milking it, and I know it has a pretty deep and intricate lore, surprisingly, but I just don't care about that. I'm pretty sure it was 2013, maybe even 2012. Definitely not 2014 or 15, though. I think 2014 was the second game, and 2015 the third. The only Five Nights at Freddy's games that I've played was the original. Also, yeah, I just remember that recently Zelenator played it because it was the 10th anniversary. So yes, I am correct. It did come out in 2013. I think August of 2013. I remember watching Markiplier and PewDiePie play it back in the good old days. It's kind of crazy how PewDiePie literally grew up with his audience. His audience were kids and he was like a teenager or like a young adult when he started making content, just screaming at the camera at funny horror games. And now he's a married man and a father. Kind of crazy, and he's not even doing YouTube anymore, which is a good thing. I'm glad that he has his priorities straight, because there's so many YouTubers that when they become like a parent, they drag their child into the whole content space, which I always found a little bit weird. Even the ones that are wholesome, it's just, why, dude? It's your private life. You shouldn't put that stuff on the internet. So yeah, respect to PewDiePie for handling stuff the way he does. And I also like how he literally does YouTube for, he doesn't do it for the money anymore, he just does it as a hobby. Because he has all the money in the world thanks to YouTube. What a lucky guy. He should be in the Guinness World Book of Records for the luckiest person on the planet. He basically went from nothing to a millionaire just by use of his face, I guess, and his identity. The right man at the right place and at the right time, I guess. I wish I wasn't a dumbass kid back then, so I could actually start making content as well. Maybe I could have also blown up in a... Definitely not a PewDiePie, but maybe something like... if I was one of the first Let's Players, something like Markiplier, I guess, with 20-30 million subs by now. But instead I started doing YouTube in 2020. Because that's when I finally came out of my shell. I was too scared and shy to do this type of stuff. I've come a long way since then. I remember my first stream I was so nervous, and now this is just literally like a job for me. I do it every day. The family YouTubers, yeah, they're the worst. Even the wholesome ones that don't really have any controversy behind them, I just don't understand the content. There are certain things that should remain private, in my opinion. For example, if I ever somehow decide that I want a wife and kids and a family of my own, I'm either going to quit YouTube or I'll just do a lot less of YouTube, but I won't drag my family into it. At least not until my kids are older, for example. If I have a wife and she plays video games and she wants to do some videos together, then fine by me, but... like gaming videos in particular. But vlogs and dragging your kids into the mix... I don't know how to feel about that. At the very least, there's a crap ton of weirdos out there that are gonna be watching this content, literally gonna be watching my kids, and I don't like that. The most I would do with my kids would probably be just gaming content. Just me and my kids playing Minecraft or something. That would be wholesome and not too privacy invading. Get out of here, cow. I don't want to kill this cow because this cow has been here since beta 1.8. But yeah, as I was saying, when I watched Possers Jr. back in the day, when I myself was a kid, I loved his Minecraft Dad series, and I was so jealous that of his kids. I was like, I want my dad to play with me too. Unfortunately, he was too busy and he didn't really find the game interesting, but I found that wholesome, and I guess it still is kind of wholesome, because all he did was he was playing the game with his kids, and he doesn't do it anymore because his kids grew up. But he was also trying to like conceal their names as well, even though they were, you know, kids are kids. They just called each other with their real life names, and quickly people learned what their real names are like. But I at least appreciate the effort of Postos Jr. trying to cover it up and stuff. So that's the most I would do if I had kids and I wanted to make content with them. Just gaming content, just playing a multiplayer game with them. But real life content, vlogs and whatnot, hell no. That's probably the only way you'd get married, if your potential spouse just played games and you didn't have to do social stuff. Exactly, yes. And I know there's people like that out there as well, so. Because as it stands, going on dates and all that stuff, like my ideal date would literally be to just play a game and chill. That's my ideal date. Not going to some fancy restaurant or going to an amusement park or going to see a movie or something. No, hell no. Just stay at home and play Minecraft. But the biggest thing is, for me personally, having a partner just feels like a waste of time for me. I have so much stuff that I need to do, so many projects to work on, that if I had a partner and I had to spend time with them a lot, that's time I could be spending doing something productive, you know? Probably just me. Me, everything feels like a waste of time. If I'm learning something from what I'm doing, and or it is bringing other people enjoyment, then it's not a waste of time. That's my motto. So working on Legacy Plus, for example, I'm actually learning Java as I go. I'm learning some game design and whatnot, even some pixel art. And I'm also making people happy, because there are people that actually enjoy my mods. Which I wasn't even expecting, to be honest. But here we are. So that's why projects like Legacy Plus, like my YouTube content, that is not a waste of time. Just playing games, which I still do, but not as much as I used to. Just playing games is a waste of time, I admit. Especially when a game is giving you trouble, like GTA 5 is giving me trouble right now with the stupid stun jumps. Because it takes me literally an hour to do like 10 jumps. They're so freaking brutal, because you cannot control your car in midair, like at all. And you have to land on your wheels in order to have a successful stun jump. So your best bet is using a bike. But bikes have their own problems. Typically they're not fast enough. And even if they are fast enough, they're so fragile and you can die so easily when you're on them that it just ends up being a chore regardless. So that's why it takes a long time, and especially that feels like time wasted if you're just doing the same nonsense over and over and over again. That's also why I don't enjoy Just Cause 2. I remember I used to love that game. I never 100%ed it, but I used to love that game when I was a teenager and I played it for the first time back in 2018. But now that I'm replaying it, I'm like, what's the point of this? I'm getting nothing out of this. I'm just doing the same menial tasks over and over and over again, just blowing stuff up and taking over these bases for whatever freaking reason. It's just because I have like a task list that I need to get taken care of. There's no meaningful story. There's no immersive atmosphere. There's nothing in that game. It's all about gameplay, which is fine, but games like that feel like a waste of time. Games like Mario, for example, feel like a waste of time. Artistic games like Alan Wake, games that invoke feelings in you, that get you thinking, that stay with you long after you've played them. Those are games that aren't really a waste of time. Although that is again debatable. A lot of people say that movies are also a waste of time. And games that have a plot line like that I don't consider a waste of time, other people will consider a waste of time, especially if they consider watching movies a waste of time. I need to repair this thing before it breaks. My god, there's so much ice. Yeah, this is a very philosophical discussion. Every single time I play this game, I have philosophical discussions with you guys. Lord, I know you're excited, but can you please stop spamming? Because I can't see what Potato is saying. It's not worth doing anything because everything we do won't matter in 200 years after our species is gone and forgotten. And I don't enjoy things, so there's no point to fun things either. Again, sounds to me like you're depressed, Potato. Even if you don't admit it, even if you don't think that you are, that is not normal because humans are simple creatures. Like it or not, you have to admit it. We're simple beings. We live for the moment. And I have come to accept that. I used to be like, people are so dumb. But now I'm like, dude, I'm one of you guys. Let's just have fun, you know. And you only live once. You were given this life, so might as well make the best of it, you know. That's why even games that feel like a waste of time, like Mario, I don't mind playing as long as I don't waste too much time on them, of course. As long as I also do something productive during the day. It's all good. And now I am, but it doesn't feel worth it to get help. That means you're deep in the rabbit hole and you really need help. No offense, like you actually should do something about that, because that is unhealthy. You should consider therapy, especially if it's... Oh, wait, you live in the freaking US, of course. That means that therapy is probably out of question because of your crappy health system. Well, you should know how to say no, Lord. Otherwise, people will take advantage of you, guaranteed. I know Nasco, he's not here right now, or maybe he is, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, you mentioned me," but he's that type of person who just can't say no. He's just too nice, and time again, people use him for their own benefit, and then they just throw him away, and he ends up feeling bad. Don't do that. Be strict. Be polite, but be strict. Don't let people use you. Learn how to say no. The only thing that ever makes me feel a little better is the Minecraft end poem, of all things, because that's a city block game, makes me feel important. Well, that's good. Just a part of me? Well, you have to change that part of you. You are not perfect the way you are. Unlike what a lot of others say, because you just have to sometimes admit your imperfections and work towards improving yourself as a person. I'm not saying to be like others, but I'm saying to just live the best life that you can and not get used by others. If that makes any sense. It's human nature to exploit others. Kind of, unfortunately. Obviously, not everyone are like that. I would like to think that a small amount of people are the type to exploit others, but not everyone are like that. Here's how I see it, Potato. If you help someone out, you should expect something in return. Otherwise, if you get nothing in return and the person is like, "Oh, can you help me out again?" Don't. Just say no the second time. Or if someone helped you out and then they come asking you for help, then you should help them out because, you know, they helped you out in the past. You should be fair to everyone. You shouldn't say no at all times. You just need to learn when to say no. So I probably came off at the wrong foot here, but that's what I meant. I did not mean to always say no. I meant to know when to say no. So that you don't end up getting used by others. Basically, look at it this way. Help others, but also have others help you. We need to help each other. Use others, but let others use you, I guess. It shouldn't be only one way, it should be both ways. Go diggers be like. Then you look like the bad person if you expect something in return. Not really. You need to do it subtly. You need to be like, I don't know. But that's not gonna be. Listen, Potato. That's not how social stuff works. If if you help someone out, and then you're in trouble and you need help, like let's give an example. That's gonna be the easiest. Say you're in university and you have like a freaking exam or something, and you don't have notes, for example, and then you remember that there was one guy who really struggles with his studies, and you helped him out once. With something. It doesn't have to be the same thing that you need help out with. You just help him out with something. It could be as simple as lending him some money. You could be like, hey, dude, do you have notes from this class? I would be very grateful if you could give them to me. And yeah, simple as that. They won't think that you're using them, because they know that you helped them out before. And if they are a decent person, they won't mind. They won't feel used, because they know that you helped them out. So it only feels right for them to help you out. If they feel like you're using them, even though you helped them out before, then that means that they're just a shitty person and you should just cut all ties with them. Simple as that. Oh god, I can't see anything because of this lava. Ugh. So to avoid being exploited, it's easier and safer to have no friends. You always find a way to twist my words in the worst way possible, Potato. I have no idea how you do that. It literally takes skill. You really need to just get better, man. You need friends because you're often going to be in a bad spot. Like, literally, I barely know anyone in university and I'm suffering as a result. Because I have no one to back me up. I have no connections. I have no one. I have nothing. So that's why university is such a terrible experience for me. I actually had friends I could rely on back in high school, for example. Hello, Vita. Welcome back. Most people aren't decent people. Yeah, I don't know how to comment on that. It's kind of true. Hello, Soybean. Welcome to this deeply philosophical talk. Philosophy with Method, part 159. I should just rename the Polyworld streams to this. Because that's literally what it is. I'm just mindlessly doing mindless chores in this game and talking about stuff like that. Ah, speak of the devil. Hello, Nasco. Welcome back. Philosophy Day, huh? Every day is Philosophy Day in my streams. You should know that. And there's so much ice here. I never realized how massive this lake is. It literally is gonna take me longer to get rid of all the ice in this lake than it did to actually get the conduit. We were talking about you, Nasco, earlier. I was giving an example with you of how you are such a nice guy that people tend to use you for their own benefit because you just don't know when and how to say no. And philosophy with Method doesn't violate the Minecraft EULA. It actually doesn't, yeah. I should rename it. Oh man, screw the Minecraft EULA, to be honest. It's so freaking such a mess. They don't realize that YouTube and the community and community content is what keeps the game alive, and it's what made the game as popular as it is now. Mods, YouTube series and videos, all of this stuff is what made Minecraft the success it is. And they're just gonna throw it away because they've become another greedy, mindless corporation. I don't have to... First of all, Lord, again, please calm down. Second of all, I don't have to rename anything until Mojang actually take action. If I see them take action against some YouTuber because of this exact reason, I will try to rename everything or just archive it and I'll unlist it. But I don't think that's gonna happen. That's the thing. The EULA, I'm pretty sure, is actually more so related to stuff like crypto scams. If someone wants to make a Minecraft NFT, for example, and profit off of it. I think video series like this and mods should be fine. And if not, then screw this game, I guess, and I'll no longer be doing Minecraft content. Simple as that. There's plenty of other games I can do content on, and I plan to diversify my channel in the future anyway. I want to play Half-Life, GTA, and Metal Gear Solid on this channel, and do analysis videos on those games as well. Yes, you can be the nice guy for so long, and, well, there it goes. Again, because of you, Lord. Yeah, that's the thing, Vita. They want a good brand image, but they don't realize they're doing the exact opposite of doing all these guidelines and bullcrap. They're actually shooting themselves in the foot by doing all this nonsense. Because it just makes them look worse than they actually are. Or that they want to be perceived as, rather. I think stuff like Monster School are part of it too. Those videos are actually legal, so Motion can't get rid of them. The new EULA lets them. Wow, so basically the new EULA lets Monster School be a thing, but it doesn't let my series be a thing. Great job, Mojang. I hope you could hear that clapping, because my new mic tends to get rid of background noise. Just play 2010 Alpha, Minecraft, and ignore the new mess. I'm still interested to see the new mess. For how messy it is, Vita. So I will be playing new Minecraft on this channel with the Polyworld. But yes, I will be playing modded Alpha and pre-Alpha and Beta after I'm done with the Polyworld for the time being. That is the plan. I'll start with Classic Plus, then I'll play InDev Plus, InfDev Plus, and Triple S. Minecraft Diverge, BTA, NFC, my own personal beta 1.7.3 mod pack, and what else? Take It Classic and Yacht Box. Those are the stuff on my list. I already have a PS3 load. That's how I played all the Metal Gear games. Everything is a mess. Don't try to make it better. Just let the ship sink. Yes. When you play in Triple S, play on my server. I don't do multiplayer, Vita. I'm sorry. You should know that by now. The only times I do multiplayer is if I myself host an event. I might host an NSSS multiplayer event if I feel like it, but outside of that, it's gonna be a single player series. I always play single player. Half-Life 2 videos, that's definitely on my list. I wanna play Half-Life 1 and do analysis videos of Half-Life 1 and 2. Yeah, the lava is quite bright, isn't it? What are you doing down here, sheep? Get out of here. Amphibious sheep, you remember that, Soybean? The amphibious sheep from Classic Plus? Ah, good times. Ironically enough, they still exist. My god, Classic Plus multiplayer is just such a mess. And I don't care, because no one plays it. And no, it's not that no one plays it because it's a mess. No one plays it because either people don't know about the mods or they do know and they just don't care. My god, there's even more? Jesus Christ, this is... I need to repair my pickaxe again. This is crazy. I want more activity on Cobblestone, yeah. Well, I want more activity on Legacy Plus, but no one's playing the mod, so... well, almost no one. Okay, that was a bit harsh, I'm sorry. I don't know how to help you out, Vida, because I never really played multiplayer, so... I never cared for multiplayer. It's not about the chat, Vida, I just don't like playing multiplayer. I don't like playing with others. Sometimes even with my own friends I don't like to play. I would rather be in control of everything, you know? And maybe I don't like sharing as well. Who knows? Also, I think this is an actual cold biome, so this ice here will remain, so I won't even bother here. I'm just wasting durability. What about here, though? Is this a... what biome is this, even? It's a snowy tundra. Okay, so a snowy tundra means that the ice will freeze over, I think. That's a taiga. Okay, so the ice over here does freeze. I guess I'll still get rid of it. Just to see where the border is. The majority of this is a taiga though, so it should be fine. Indef Plus gave me nightmares. Those flying guys are the harpies. They're still much better than Vexes though. Screw the Vex. Vex is the worst mob Malzek ever added, in my opinion. Playing plenty of Indef Plus. Yes, Zell, but I said almost no one. That I corrected myself after a while. Because... you know... you guys know me. Basically, the only people that play my mods, for the most part, are people I know. Zelenator, Soybean, Stewcat, who else? Imagine, I guess. Nasco, all of you guys are people I know. It's not like this is NSSS or Reindev or BTA, like where a crap ton of people play the mods and know about them. They're literally the most obscure and niche mods. It used to be Minecraft Diverge. Minecraft Diverge was a little bit more obscure than Legacy Plus. But ever since Ryan made the video, Minecraft Diverge has taken off. Which I'm actually glad that happened, because Minecraft Diverge is a very good mod. Very well made and very cool. I really like the concept. But that means that Legacy Plus is literally the most obscure out of all of them right now. Phantoms. Okay, yeah, you got me there. I forgot that phantoms exist. Phantoms are indeed worse. I gave up on the Indef Plus Cave Challenge. Ah, too difficult for you, eh? Okay, I think, yeah, all of this is a snowy tundra, so all of this ice here will keep forming. Oh, will it actually? Because over here, it stopped forming. I think it only forms if there's ice nearby, maybe. So if I get rid of all of this, will it actually work? Let's see. It might. Can someone enlighten me? I don't know how ice works, because that is a snowy taiga, a snowy tundra, but it doesn't freeze over. It does freeze over here, but there is ice here, so I don't know. Ryan, I hope, is still gonna make the Indef Plus video. I don't think he will. I'm pretty sure he won't, actually. Legacy is on the bottom of the iceberg. It really is. I mean, at the end of the day, I mostly make the mods for myself anyway, but it is a little bit disencouraging, especially when it comes to multiplayer. This is why I just don't bother that much with the multiplayer anymore, because I know that no one plays these anyway. What's the point of trying my best when no one plays these, you know? Okay, I think I have to place... I think the way ice forms is it needs like solid blocks near it to actually form, so... I'm gonna place some torches here so that they keep melting this so it doesn't spread. I think that's how it works. Not entirely sure. No, see a Minecraft player. Sorry, I didn't even see you joined because Lord here keeps sending way too many messages. Seriously, dude, chill. I used to have a GTX 1050, awful GPU. Don't recommend it to anyone. Even back when it first came out, it was awful, and it only got worse with time. 3060 is decent enough for 1080p, but for anything beyond that, it's also pretty terrible. Ice forms when it's snowing. That's old Minecraft, Vida. This is new Minecraft. It forms even when it's not snowing. Which is really annoying. I don't know why they ever changed that. I know it makes more sense, but again, they're striving for realism in a game that doesn't even need to be realistic, and as a result, they just end up making everything more tedious and annoying. Screw realism in games. There needs to be a campaign against realism in video games, because realism ruins any game. The realism mode in InfDev Plus is literally gonna be me taking a dump on realism in games, because it's gonna be such a pain in the ass and a chore to play, and that's gonna be by design, just to showcase how awful realism is. And use an adjacent solid block so the stone will make it refreeze. I knew it! I noticed that, so the torches should help in that case, right? Potato? I really hope so. I have to go now. I will listen to this as an enlightening podcast now. Thank you, Soybean. See ya. Take care. RTX shouldn't have to be maxed up this much. I don't know what you mean. Glowstone? I don't feel like getting glowstone. I think these torches are enough. I haven't seen any ice form yet. It should have formed by now, so I think it's good. I know yeah, you're kind of correct with that, but Nvidia doesn't care. They want to keep making money, so they keep making GPUs, and especially terrible GPUs. Like the Ada Lovelace generation is a joke and a stain on Ada Lovelace's name. All of those GPUs are so freaking atrocious. Even the 4090 Ti, which spec-wise is decent, but even that one is bad because of the pricing. It's way too expensive for what it is. That's why the latest generation sucks, Lord, because and AMD are also at fault here. I'm not gonna praise AMD blindly, but both AMD and Nvidia are still pumping out GPUs with only 8 GB of video memory, at least in the mid-range. At least the mid-rangers. So that's the only thing I don't like about my current GPU. It's quite fast, has a very fast bus and everything, but it only has 8 GB of video memory, and developers want to be able to utilize more than that. Okay, when is it gonna start raining already? I want a thunderstorm, goddammit. I need that stupid achievement. Also, I've been clearing out this ice for, what is it, the past 40 minutes, I think? Jesus Christ. I'm almost done, though, finally. Oh, look, a bunny. Hello, bunny. I think that guy escaped from my farm. I probably need to do something about that. But God, why did Notch make this change? Oh, look. Fantastic. The ice is back. Yay. This is a taiga, so I need to put torches over here, everywhere over here, everywhere. And I'm out of torches. Having divorced parents sucks. I hope you're not speaking from experience, Vida, but something tells me you are. YouTube keeps preventing my messages from going through, so you can't see my frankly pretty bad joke. Ah, yes, typical YouTube. Censoring my viewers, as always. Thanks, YouTube, very cool. Oh, it's been so long since I've seen this place with actual water. And the water itself looking so nice as well. Oh, this looks amazing. Again, this build is so basic and so ugly, but the shaders make it actually look really nice. Shaders make anything look good. Any build. How did the sheep die? What happened here? There was a sheep here and it somehow died. Did it drown? What a noob. Oh, great. I need more torches. A lot of passive aggressive if they're in the same room. Why did Notch? The perfect question that applies to anything. Yes. Why did Notch exist? Okay, that might be a bit too far, but use realistic water. Again, you're twisting everything I say, Potato. Realistic gameplay mechanics are bad. Realistic visuals I like. If the game just looks realistic, like the water in this case. Let me go. Speaking of realistic, let me go get some. Oh wait, there is a torch over here. Is this gonna be enough? Hopefully. Okay, I need... Oh man, I can't see anything because it's night. I need to see if there's any ice that's forming, so if I need to put any more torches anywhere. I don't think so, I think we're clean. Nice, okay, now I can actually build a conduit. Yay! Also, I really dislike this new wool color. I know it's supposed to look better, and it kind of does, like objectively, but it feels wrong to me somehow. Again, maybe because I'm just used to the old textures. I also need to harvest the farm. Oh boy. Okay, well, let's go get some torches and build a conduit first. Making a realism mode. Exactly, Vita. I was talking about this earlier. I think you probably didn't hear. Realism mode is literally going to showcase why realism in games, like realistic gameplay mechanics, are bad. It's gonna be made tedious by design. That's the whole purpose of realism mode. I want it to be tedious to play. And no, I'm not gonna be playing it myself. That's for people who are like, oh, but GTA 4 is so good, the gameplay is so great. Just me saying realism. True, Zell. I was not clear enough, I admit. Realistic gameplay mechanics, there you go. That's what's bad. Like realistic physics, like the physics engine in GTA 4. In GTA 5 it's a bit better, but it still can get on my nerves sometimes. But it's definitely better. But in GTA 4 it just makes the game such a chore to play. And I grungy low poly programmer out visuals. Same, Vita, same. I do hate realism load, that's why I'm adding a realism game mode, which will be a nuisance. It was ahead of its time, I agree, Lord. Very ahead of its time. Probably too ahead of its time. But I don't like the gameplay. The gameplay was honestly the worst in the series, in my opinion. Even worse than GTA 2 and 1. Because at least with GTA 2 and 1, I actually had fun. Right, I also need to grab some diamonds. I don't have any diamonds here, because I need to repair this thing. And I'm not grinding XP again, screw that. That's boring and no one wants to see that. Hello Alex, welcome back to the stream. Just how to balance God mode with annoying realistic stuff. True, Potato. True. Most of my realism in terms of Minecraft is just nitpicking. Keep that in mind. But my criticisms of GTA 4's realistic gameplay is definitely valid, because everything in that game feels too much. Yes, there needs to be a good balance, Potato. Oh my god, I would never play Nintendo games, especially on the channel, because I know what boner Nintendo have for taking down fan content because Nintendo are anti-fun. The Minecraft content on this channel will remain for as long as I feel like. Until I completely get bored of it, but I definitely want to start doing some other stuff in the future as well. Don't expect only Minecraft. Are you for real? What do you mean I don't have enough? I had enough before. When it was more broken. I think it's because of the stupid anvil. I think, yeah, the anvil cost increases. Wait, so we need to get the other anvil. Ugh. I guess that's why I had an anvil up here. No, it's 11 again! What? Oh, come on, you bastard! Is it based on 2? I think it might be based on 2. Ugh. Okay, I need more levels. I definitely need more levels then. Let's build this bullcrap first, the conduit, and then I will go and farm the other stuff. The wither skeleton skulls. Make a better Enderman farm. No. Realism used to be an art form about depicting the world as it really is, by depicting pain and suffering caused by systems, literally evoking emotions. Now it just means looking pretty. That's deep, Vita. I'm 14 and this is deep. Based on 2. Oh, great. Perfect. So that means that stupid XP grinding really is the best way to repair my tools, huh? Ugh. Not the anvil, it's how many times you upgrade the item. Well, that sucks. That's why mining is so important, and also why anvils need to be completely reworked. Yes, Potato, I agree. Anvils are kind of useless then. They're only really useful for combining enchantments, and that's it. Alright, see ya, Lord. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good rest. You have to make a better Enderman farm or get another 2. I don't know how to make a better Enderman farm. I don't feel like looking it up. I'm literally too lazy to even look up what the shape of for the conduit has to be, but I have to. Because I don't know it. Not sure why Mojang penalized repairs. I guess they didn't want repairs to be too overpowered. I can kind of understand that, but then they do the bullcrap that is mending, which is already overpowered, and it doesn't make any sense, you know? By this point, just rework the anvil. Okay, so what is a conduit structure like? Okay, can it be any prismarine block, by the way, or does it have to be prismarine bricks? I wanna know. In 1.20 you can get an Ender Dragon spawn egg and Wither spawn egg. I know, Vida. I think they actually added that in 1.19. Any prismarine, okay. Or sealant, okay, good. So I can actually decorate it and make it look less awful. Let me see if I have any dark prismarine. I don't think I do, though. Unfortunately, I only have regular prismarine. Oh wow! Look at the sunset. Probably not gonna use that as a picture, but see. I really love the sky. The sky with the shaders looks so much better than it did before. Make a platform at the bottom of the end. Trap an endermite. I tried trapping an endermite, it didn't work. That's the thing. Okay, do I have any dark prismarine? I do not. I'll just use regular prismarine then. I'll make 1.18 better. Reintroduce beta's terrain with modern biomes and new caves underneath and extend below Y0. I don't want the new caves. I want something in between the new and the old caves. The new caves are absolutely way too big for their own good. Okay, where should I put this conduit? I think I should put it maybe like over here somewhere. This terrain is kind of uneven, that's the problem. Guess I'll put it over here. Oh, and again, this stupid shovel messing up everything. I forgot that it's so useless. It's literally the name. Okay, come up here. .17. I'm not using pose. I hate Ender pose. Also, I just noticed if I hold shift click, or if I hold shift, I actually swim down faster. That's kind of useful, actually. Didn't know that. I do have Aqua Affinity. And it's still slow. Wow, amazing. What a useless enchant. Okay, let's flatten this out. Such a shame that I didn't get another trident, but there's always a next time. Yes. Those aren't so bad. I know, I just don't like using them, Alex. Simple as that. Just like how smooth lighting ain't bad at all. In fact, I think it's great, but Zelenator here doesn't use it ever. I'm the same with Ender Pose. I know they can be useful and fun and they can be good, but I just don't like them, and therefore it's a personal rule of mine to not use them. Have a cooldown. The cooldown is recent though, Potato. They didn't have a cooldown before. But yes, I was planning on adding an item that lets you teleport short distances. It would actually be a staff that you would use, and that should also damage you, because otherwise it would be too overpowered. Because I know people would like that. Hello, Cockitch. Welcome back to the stream. Okay, so I need to have it... Aha, so it's a cross. Hold on. Recent is actually longer than they didn't have a cooldown. Oh, wow. I mean, it's recent for me in my Polyworld, I think. Okay, I need air. Maybe the teleportation is leaving behind some of your matter, so it hurts. Yes. That's a logical explanation for everything, I guess. Okay, so right over here I'll have regular Prismarine. Because I don't have any dark... I wanted to use dark Prismarine here, but I don't have any, so I have to use regular. Apparently like this. Or air. Didn't teleport my face. Frequent teleportation probably leads to cancer. Maybe the Endermite are actually just horribly mutated for the teleporting. Middle part is too high. Unlock lower. What middle part? Oh, okay, that. Aha, I see. Crap. Ugh. Even though they improved water, I still don't like being in the water in this game. I mean, being in the water in any game is actually annoying. I've always hated water dungeons in Zelda, for example. Or any game. No, I'm using... oh, my lanterns! Such an idiot. I get mad when looked at because they're so horrified of what they've become. Jesus Christ. Place it at the same height as the lamps. Lamps can stay. Oh. Well, too late. Mario water levels. Yeah, Mario water levels are terrible as well. Wait, what? Hold on, I'm having trouble with this. No, wait, it does have to be like that, Alex. First of all, I need this, I think. I'm looking at a screenshot right now, and it seems to be the same. The same level as the lamp. I thought I did. And I have it like this. Raccoon's water level. I'm pretty sure someone came up with one of those already. Okay, and then like this. There you go. That's how it is. That's how it should be. Pretty sure. My depth perception is terrible. Honestly. Do I need this middle section over here? Move the bottom layer. No, this is correct. I'm looking at an image. It's prismarine, dark prismarine, in my case regular prismarine, lantern, dark prismarine, and this. 3x3x3 cube. Whoa, that's oh, I need to remove this layer. There we go. Yeah, that's it. That is definitely it. Yes, I removed it, Alex. Chat delay. Crap. I'm pressing control. Why can I not sprint? Oh my god, that's so annoying. And now do I have to put it like on a pedestal or something? Do I have to put it exactly in the middle? I presume so. Like this, right? There we go. Look at that. Conduit power. So what does that do? It makes me amphibious. What else does it do? Does it speed up my movement speed? I don't think it does. Well, at least we have a conduit now. I'm probably never gonna use this, but there you go. Actually, I am gonna use this. This is why I put it so close to these guys, so I can actually harvest these. And replant them. Without having to worry about anything. Night vision. I don't have any night vision. At least I can't tell that I have night vision because it's daytime and the shaders might be messing with it. Underwater. Oh, okay. An infinite water breathing. It should also increase your movement speed in water, but that's just me. Right, let's replant this. Oops. This stuff goes fast. Also, I know that the movement is supposed to like represent the waves or whatever, like the animation, but it actually looks like these things are alive. It's kind of creepy. Okay, I'll keep this stack of kelp and I'll smelt it. Interesting. Well, they are alive, but you know what I mean. I mean, like, they can literally move around like animals. Conduit also attacks hostile mobs that get too close to it. Oh, that's cool. Never gonna be hostile mobs there, but that's still cool. I have a single freaking dirt block that I don't need. Alright, let's throw this prismarine. Okay, so we have half an hour left. So I'm going to farm some Wither Skelly Bombs to also repair my pickaxe a little bit. Only to reach like level 11 so I can repair this with a diamond. And we'll see if I can get the stuff that I need for the Wither fights, the Wither Skeleton Skulls. Hopefully I can get 2 Wither Skelly Skulls so I can fight the Wither once and then I can fight it again on Monday. Get the last one. Okay, but there we go, we got a conduit. We still need to get the achievement, which is annoying. So I'll work on this for now. That's gonna be 1.14. Finish the second mob museum, that's gonna be 1.14 as well, probably. Gather more ice, I will do next week, and I'll start building the nether highways next week as well. I don't really feel like building an actual structure right now. Enterprise uses alpha multiplayer and it still contains lighting and the nether and squids just forcefully disabled. Ah! I think you mean beta multiplayer in that case. The squids are beta. But ha! Funny. Yeah, beta. Well, yeah, there you go. Chaos method. Good one, Cockitch. No conduit achievement. The achievement is this one. I need to strike a villager with lightning, but I have to wait for a thunderstorm for this, which is annoying. Because God knows when that'll happen. And the phantoms are gonna start attacking me this night, I'm pretty sure. So that's no fun, let me tell you. I have a random lava bucket here. What is this doing here? I need to store this elsewhere. $64-bit integer limit? I don't know. I know the 32-bit one. Backrooms running at 64 bits? I guess. I guess so. I missed a spot here. Come on! Ah. That's the wrong way to hold a shield. It's 1. My limit 1. I need to be quick here so that the phantoms don't spawn and the annoying creepers. Oh, come on, store the lava bucket. Okay, it's running on 1 bit. I run on 0 bits. Here's a fun question for you. If the human brain was converted to a processing unit, how many bits does it run on? Is it 64-bit? Is it 32-bit? Is it 16-bit? Asking the real questions here in my streams. Yeah, there's also negative levels. That's the positive limit. Okay, so now I guess we'll farm some coal and bones. And a little bit of XP as well, of course, so I can repair the pick. Brain is probably 1 bit per neuron. And how many neurons does it have? The ultimate gaming PC. The brain, the human brain. Hello guys, hello YouTube. Today we're gonna be playing Half-Life on a human brain. That's the type of content I would make if I became a billionaire. Oh, that's dark. Man. And this African child brain is too slow. I need to improve it. I need to upgrade it to Philippine. Oh my god, what am I talking about? Top 10 method out of context moments. This is not even in context. Can a human brain run Doom? Actually, I watched an interesting video about running Doom on a rat brain. Like an actual rat brain. It is possible. So I found that quite fascinating. Hello guys, and welcome to my live gameplay. In this episode, we're gonna rob a bank. Can it run Crisis? Top 10 times method gets cancelled live. I have a dark sense of humor. If you can't handle it, then be gone. Okay, that was too dark even for me. I'm sorry. What is a rat brain doing in your recommended? I have no idea, dude. My recommended is so weird. It's full of random nonsense. On my brain, and I play while sleeping. Based. Time you how to protect him. It's all the black metal. Yeah, it got to my head. Life is meaningless. Potato, you should listen to black metal. It might actually have the opposite effect on you and actually help you. Life in a nutshell. Yes. Oh my god, I'm about to die. Holy crap. These guys hit hard. I have no idea why I keep taking so much damage from them. Still no skull? Come on. It's crazy. Why no skull? I want skull. Come on. Give me your skull. I have looting. Why is it taking so long to get a skull? Black metal is based. It's so ridiculous that it will make you laugh when you will like it. I mean, not all metal will make you, not all black metal will make you laugh, but some will, like Cyclothemia and you remember Cyclothemia, right? So I mean the Italian girl, and also Silencer. But there's other black metal that's genuinely disturbing or genuinely depressing. Oh, genuinely beautiful, like Thy Light. Or Exiled from Light, those two. Both of them have light in the name. And there's another new project, quite recent, which is literally called Light, and that's also very gorgeous sounding. Black Metal is also needs to become a programmer. He still has hope in life, and he has to get it ripped out of him to achieve his programming potential. Yes. Yes, I agree. Soybean. Thankfully, her new project, she improved her vocals a lot, but in that original album, like, the melodies, like, the actual music is really good, but the vocals are definitely over the top. She tried too hard, and it comes off as comedic. Hey, I got one. I need one more. I think I will be able to fight the Wither once today, so I'll make one beacon, and I'll make the second beacon tomorrow. Not tomorrow, on Monday. Then on Tuesday, I will get more ice, and on Wednesday and Thursday, I'll build the nether highways. That's the plan. And on Friday is gonna be the April Fool's update, and then I'll take a week-long break, because even though I have more stuff to do, I can do that in 1.14. Just can't be bothered anymore. I need a break. Linkin Park is like my first introduction to rock music, to be honest. I listened to them a lot when I was a teenager. Linkin Park and 3 Days Grace, those are my go-to. Then, I don't remember how I started. Oh yeah, I remember how I started listening to metal. I started with power metal, like almost all normies. Started with power metal, and then I went to heavy metal, industrial metal. I had a very short new metal phase, but it was literally only Korn, nothing else. And then I went into death and finally black, which is like the bottom of the barrel. And nowadays I don't even listen to metal anymore. I got bored of it, so I started listening to 90s techno. 90s and 2000s techno is my jam right now. I also had a phase, a synthwave phase and a Eurobeat phase as well. And an 80s music phase. I think the opposite, Soybean. Their newer stuff I don't really care for. I only like their first couple of albums. Weezer. I've never listened to... Yeah, I got the second one. I never listened to Weezer. It's still night outside though, so I'll keep farming until it turns daytime, because I don't want the phantoms messing me up. What's with these homies dissing my go? Oh, it ages good. I don't know. It sounds the same as it always has to me, personally. 80s country music phase. I already had my country music phase when I was playing GTA San Andreas back when I was a kid. I only listened to K-Rolls back then. In my recent playthrough, well, recent, last year, over a year ago, I played San Andreas again after a long time, and in that playthrough I actually listened to primarily Radio X and K-Dust. But I still listened to K-Rolls only when I was traveling in the countryside. But my main go-to was Radio X. I freaking love the host of that radio. Holy crap, she sounds so attractive. I have a thing for voices, if you don't already know. There's nothing like the sound of a pleasing voice. Doesn't necessarily have to be deep, although I do love deep voices as well, but... I don't know how to explain it. There's specific voices that really... I could listen to them all day. Even if they talk about controversial stuff or random bullcrap I don't care about, I would still listen to them. Chaos was my jam. I can imagine. Imagine if Method gets into pop. The only pop I like is 80s pop. I can't stand modern pop, modern hip-hop, and modern rap. Most modern music in general. There is some modern metal that I like, but that's about it. My musical taste is acoustic, sentimental, rock, folk, sentimental, folk, indie. Coddling. I think I heard of Coddling before, but I've never actually heard the music. It does ring a bell, though, that name. Okay, why am I repairing this? I can just get rid of it. It's worthless to me. Okay. Here we go. Some bones. Some bone meal. A lot of bone meal. Holy crap. Look at all this. What am I gonna do with all this? Yeah, modern pop is not for me. Exactly, so I mean, I think that's the best way to describe it. It sounds soulless. Soulless and fake. Nothing beats the 80s when it comes to music. Even the rap was actually listenable in the 80s. The only few rap songs that I actually like are all from the 80s. That just speaks volumes, because I never liked rap. So as a person who never liked rap, that should speak volumes as to how strong the music back then was. So keeping those items for a moment, but then I went back to say when he threw them out. Sorry, Alex, but stone swords, I'm way beyond stone swords. The only time I used stone swords in this playthrough was back in literally the first day of Indev. In the first day of Indev, I already got iron tools, so... And it only took me like several days to get diamonds. 2012-2013 album by Coddling. It's in a perfect world. Sent you the album, know the cursed code I sent yesterday. That's not even code, Vita. That's literally looks like a meme. Because it doesn't make any freaking sense. That would never work. Because you can't just convert an integer into a boolean, at least in the way you did it. And something tells me that you don't even know what the this keyword actually means. Hey, dried kelp. Okay, let me grab this. Let's store the bone meal. Let's also repair the pickaxe. I'm gonna harvest the crops, I'll fight the wither, and that'll be it for today. Go. Store the diamantes. Cadence of new rap feels lazy, not as soulful as the past. That can be said for any genre of music, even metal, to be honest. And I'm talking about the obscure stuff, black metal, because black metal, the reason why I like it is it has the most soul, believe it or not. At least certain genres like atmospheric and depressing black metal has a lot of soul to it, because the people who make this type of music, you gotta keep in mind, they keep a low profile. They don't care about clout. They don't care about money or fame. They literally make the music because they themselves are depressed. In most cases. But I have seen a few projects which seem like they're chasing clout for some reason, even though they don't realize that the people that listen to this music don't care about clout or anything like that, especially the people that make the music. And the people that listen to your music listen to it because it speaks to them. And when you make it for clout, I forgot the name, but I think the guy was from Japan. He was always like, oh, please check out my stuff. Please buy my crap. That's not how it works. None of the artists who make the music even sell it. Or the few that do sell it, they don't care if it even sells. They make it as an art form. But even the black metal space is not safe from such type of content. Because I have seen some new black metal stuff. Even that light thing that I mentioned seems like they're trying too hard. It doesn't seem as genuine as some of the other stuff, especially the older stuff from the early 2000s. Like the early or late 2000s, like Thy Light. Yeah, modern music definitely feels different. Don't like it. But that came out of nowhere, Jonas. I think the backrooms are an interesting concept too, but I don't like how people added all the unnecessary lore to it. Like people exploring the backrooms and all that stuff. Like, no, just stop it. They're supposed to be mysterious. That's the whole point of the backrooms. They're supposed to be mysterious. And that's what makes them interesting to me. And when people do all this lore nonsense, I just lose interest as a result. Also, this reminds me I really need to change the hitbox of the crops before I release 0.1 tomorrow. That's a small thing, but I like it. Oh, crap. It's so soulless, it has soul. Again, black metal is surprisingly one of the most soulful music types of music out there. Just because it literally comes from the heart with a lot of these artists. Especially their first and the first few albums. Ones that stick around for too long and make too much music, kind of get too much clout. The ones that get too much recognition tend to become worse. Like None. Their first 3 albums are amazing. I love them. But their latest album that I listened to, I'm not impressed, man. It doesn't feel the same. It feels like they try too hard. It feels like they know they have an image now in the community and they're like, we have to do our best, and they end up somehow making it worse. I don't know. Their latest album hits different. It's still not bad by any means, but it doesn't feel the same as their previous work. I guess that's all that matters. Backhome's found footage. I'm a weird case where my happier songs come from a more depressed state, and the opposite can happen with my sadder songs come from a more positive emotional state. That is weird, yes, Soybean. You're a weird man. Everyone made the backrooms their own thing, and now it's a mess. Yes, Alex, exactly. It's worse than SCPs. The Kane Pixels backrooms are interesting because the backrooms themselves aren't responsible for the anomalous behavior. I really need to look into that guy's backrooms. I think he's more faithful to the original concept, so that's cool. I don't like the back rooms because they added lore and monster stuff. I thought the scary thing was you starving to death and getting lost in this eerie, weird place. Yes, exactly, Vita. I agree with you there, 100%. Yes, Potato. I'm unhinged. I don't think you're unhinged. You're just quirky in your own special way. Aren't we all? Alright, let me store this stuff. Let's get the soul sand, fight the wither, get the beacon, and that'll be it. Hey Zell, if you're still here, I will be watching your stream on the big screen, because I'm home alone. So I need to take care of my cat. I need to be around my cat, because he feels lonely. And also, it's the big screen. So just know that I won't really be talking much. Because I will have to, like, take out my phone and talk there. And my phone... My YouTube client is a bit broken right now. It doesn't really play videos properly, so I might be very quiet. But I will be watching. I'll be giving you watch time at the very least. So yeah, keep that in mind. I forgot to store the wheat. God damn it. Backrooms are just an urban legend, Jonas. They might exist, because scientists cannot disprove of their existence, but no clipping is pretty much seems impossible. Because again, if we all live in a simulation, which is actually a scientific theory, if we all live in a simulation, the backrooms could definitely be a thing. And that's why I find them fascinating. Kind of like how you no-clip out of video games, you know? Wildlands Journey on my TV. I think I only watched Zelanator once on the TV, and that was, again, when I was home alone. And he was all the way back in UMP in-dev. I forgot which in-dev version exactly, but yeah, back in UMP is the last time I watched Zell on the big screen, so that's like 2 years ago, I think. Slipping out of reality doesn't make sense, but there being some kind of space outside of our space is definitely a possibility, especially with the fourth dimension and stuff. Yes, I think that's what the scientists mean with no clipping stuff. Where the hell do I keep my reeds again? Over here. I should probably turn it into paper, but not right now. Let's get the soul sand. Soulless sand. Oh, I really want that organize button. I really should add it as well to InfDev Plus. I need to look into how I could make that. Earth is just a really good computer with a lot of processors and with high geometry detail. So no clipping is near impossible, and those who do it just get blown off as missing. Huh, yes. Was indeed almost 2 years. I remember correctly. Yay. Should totally add the organize button. I know that you really want that, Zell. I want it too, but I don't know how to do it yet. I need to figure it out. Keep in mind that code is not easy at all. You should know that better than anyone, because you don't deal with code. Because you know it's bad. Okay, no phantoms yet, which is interesting. I thought that after 3 nights the phantoms would come, and it's already been 3 nights. There's a crap ton of mobs though, holy crap. Run. Jesus. Where's 1.14? 1.14 is the last week of August, actually. I thought it's September, but no, it's actually... So next week, from the 14th to the 18th of August is my last week in 1.13. From the 21st to the 25th is a break. I will not be streaming at all. And from the 28th of August is 1.14. And I'm probably going to be on 1.14 for 2 weeks, then 1.15 for another 2 weeks, and 1.16 for probably a month, and then 1.17 and 18 for 2 weeks each, and then 1.19. Oh, this is when I was getting that stupid advancement. which I didn't even get, so I ended up cheating it in, because I literally forgot one thing, otherwise I could have gotten it, and I just didn't want to deal with it. Yeah, I don't want any of this junk here. Maybe the planks, I'll keep the planks. Alright, let's do this. Wither in 3, 2, 1, there we go. So what deals more damage? The axe actually deals more damage now that it has a sharpness 5. Alright, that's another thing I want to do. I want to get sharpness 5 on this axe. Come on. Can you do it in 6 minutes? Yes. Look at how easy this is. I'm impatient, Potato. I know I should, but I'm really impatient. I don't like this mechanic at all. I miss my spam clicking, I really do. Okay, well, there's our nether star. Get out of here. Java Wither is too easy, Bedrock Wither is too hard. That's what I've heard too. Yes, Jonas, you don't have to mention it every single time. I still need to do photo mode. I need to figure that out. I can't tell you told me that... I can't tell you told me. They told me that they were gonna add it today, apparently, but they haven't done it yet. Only need to remind them. Both need rebalancing, yes. Axe does more damage, but sword is quicker, so it balances out really, yes. Axe is more for killing a single mob with one critical hit, while a sword is better for multiple mobs at once. I know. I'm aware. And I think that's pretty cool. I just don't like the cooldown. I need glass and I need obsidian. Where the hell is the obsidian? There you go. Okay, now it's only a matter of figuring out where the hell I'm gonna put this thing. Obsidian. Obsidian. Glass. Almost all glass again. God, I use so much glass. Oh, hello, James. You're not grounded anymore? Welcome back to the last 3 minutes of the stream. Alright, let me grab some iron. I know Jonas, he returned, although he hasn't uploaded anything since he returned. We have battle axe and regular axe. I guess. Okay, let's grab a couple of these. Trying Windows on the Steam Deck again. Oh my god. Why would you torture the poor thing with crappy Windows, man? Come on. I know there's apparently an app that you really want that isn't on Linux, but just for one app, going for all that trouble and also putting such an inferior and crappy, straight up crappy operating system on such a great piece of hardware is just beyond me. It's just not worth it by that point. Yeah, I'm gonna put a beacon right here. Get out of my face. Oh, actually, let's try out the trident. Oh, that's fun. I mean, it's basically a bow. It's basically a glorified bow, but somehow it's a bit more fun. I probably should have held the trident when picking that up, but whatever. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that 9? Oh, get out of here. Man, these guys have such a large tracking range. A lot larger than in previous versions. Also, they're a lot slower than previous versions as well. They're somehow even slower than they were in dev and onwards. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, it is 9. Good. I did not miscount. Where did you come from? This is why I bought multiple stacks, because I know that one is not going to be enough. I don't know the exact number, but I do know that I need at least 2 stacks. Actually, at least 3. And I did bring 3, thankfully. Hello. I have to use emulators, that's cheating. Okay, be fair, while Windows is absolutely terrible, everyone makes their programs for it for some reason. Because it's a monopoly. Because Windows has been around and has been the dominant operating system since the 80s. Not sure about the 80s. No, actually DOS was in the 80s, but the 90s. It has been the dominant platform since the 90s. So that's why. It's about time that it has solid competitors, but it's difficult when you've been around for so long and you have everything in your claws, basically. Clutching everything. 2 stacks and 36 blocks. Well, now I know. I'm probably not gonna remember that, but I'm always gonna take 3 stacks with me. I gotta go. Alright, see you, Cockitch. I also have to go. I'm quite hungry and Zelinator is starting, so... Linux is getting more popular, so hopefully development for that picks up. I hope so too. I think it will. I think at the very least it's getting more popular amongst gamers because Valve are doing their best to popularize it. Alright, there we go. Now let's just clean up the inventory and get the hell out of here. We couldn't get the achievement today, which really sucks, but hopefully we'll get it eventually. I'll just keep not sleeping until I get it. Steam Deck is great for Linux since it's a very popular handheld. Yes. Can Linux even run internet browsers natively? Potato, do you even know what Linux is by this point? Of course it can. All of the major browsers like Google Chrome have a Linux version. Boom. Boom. Well, what happened to my other rotten flesh? Did I actually store it? Because I know I had a bunch of rotten flesh from the drowned farm. Oh well, no time to dilly-dally. Let's sell the rest of this and get out of here. Oh my god, my stomach actually hurts. Like, physical hunger pain is not good. Never used it because I don't know how to do things, so I wouldn't be able to set up any of the programs to actually work. You should start with Ubuntu. Ubuntu is the closest to Windows, I think, and it's definitely the easiest to use. Definitely don't start with anything advanced like Arch. Arch Linux is just too much. Yeah, like you can download stuff and run packages normally. You don't have to do everything from a console like you think you might. There's nothing that complicated, really. Making steak later. No, because I don't like steak. I'm gonna be eating a pizza because it's a Friday and I always eat pizza on a Friday. I also have mini meatballs with the vegetables inside them. They're actually pretty good. I'll be eating those tomorrow, though. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, folks. Not tomorrow. Next week on Monday, the plan is to... What is the plan, actually? I guess get another beacon, maybe. I don't know if it's necessary. Probably not. And get some ice and get prepared for the nether highways, because I want to get those done at long last. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today and this week. Thank you all for watching and have a good one. Bye bye.